My name is Reverend Rachel Mash and I'm the Coordinator of Fikelela. Fikelela is the HIV program of the Anglican Church in the Diocese of Cape Town, and we started in 2001. And in 2001 we did strategic planning with people across the diocese to work out what we needed to do. And we realized that the strength of the church is the fact that in every community we have a group of people, potential volunteers, people who have got a mandate to serve their community, who have got buildings and access to volunteers. So we formed an NPO, but the goal of Fikelela is to mobilize the churches to make a difference in their own communities. And we have three main focuses that we work in. The first is support for orphans, the second is care and support for people living with HIV, and the third is prevention work. In terms of our orphan support, one of our major programs is the Fikelela Children's Centre. And the model that we use is short-term residential care. Children will come to us placed by social workers because they don't have any extended family to take them in. About 60% of the kids are HIV positive, and very often they have TB as well. Sadly, there's often been quite a time of neglect before they actually come to us, and we find the children are very underweight and sick. And so we nurse them back to health, get them onto antiretrovirals as necessary. And then we identify foster carers within the community, and we train them, screen them, and the children are placed back in the community with foster carers. And I think what I feel proudest of is the fact that there are children today who are alive and happy because of the work of Fikelela. And we've had social workers that have come to us and have said, "Yo, is this still so-and-so? I really didn't think he would still be alive." And there's one child in particular who always stays in my heart, and his name is Simpiwe, and he came to us and he was very close to death's door. And it was just at the time when we started to get antiretrovirals, and before we had antiretrovirals we had lost 2 children, which is very traumatic for all concerned. And we really thought we were going to lose this little boy. We started him on antiretrovirals, and with love and care and support from the carers, he began to thrive. And he was identified for placing in foster care with a wonderful family who then took another of our children as well, one of the girls. And this child is thriving, happy, doing well at school. And we can say, yes, this is a success story. We know that we have made a difference in the lives of some of these children. Once the children are healthy, we either place them with local foster carers, or sometimes we are able to track down the families. And this can often be difficult, but we had one amazing experience where we had a little girl whose mother passed away, and her mother was from Tanzania. And we placed her with foster carer back in the community, and then sadly a few years later her foster mother passed away. So this child had been doubly traumatized, and she was now 14 years old, really struggling with issues of identity, and at a time when there was a lot of very horrible xenophobic attacks taking place in the country. And by chance we happened to meet somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who had some contacts with her family back in Tanzania. So we contacted another organization called Scripture Union in Dar es Salaam, and they went out and they tracked down the family. And then we started a link. Actually, we were involved with the International Red Cross. Started phone calls between her uncle and herself, and he invited her to come and live with him and with the cousins. And she's got girl cousins. And you can imagine the bureaucracy involved in getting this child back to Tanzania. But we were able to get her back to Tanzania, and now she is living with her uncle and her auntie and with her girl cousins and doing very well at school. And so that's something that we can also feel very proud of.